This is the Boston Celtics newsfeed on CLNS. Today is Wednesday, November 15th, 2017. This is Connor Peterson reporting for CLNS Media, the leading online provider of audio and visual content for the Boston Celtics. The Celtics extended their win streak to 13 games last night with a 109-102 victory over the surprisingly competent Brooklyn Nets. The C's maintained their two-game lead over the Detroit Pistons for sole possession of first place in the Eastern Conference. After missing Sunday's game against the Raptors with a minor facial fracture, Kyrie Irving returned to the court last night wearing a face mask for protection, and he wasn't thrilled about the new headgear, saying, quote, "It's almost like having somewhat foggy blinders on. When I take the mask off, I can see everything, and when I have my mask on, I'm really dialed into what's in front of me. My peripherals are a little cut off up and down. It's something to get used to," end quote. Kyrie will continue to wear the mask for at least the next couple of weeks. Peripheral vision aside, Kyrie dropped 25 points last night as he looked just like his pre-facial fracture self. He would shoot 8 of 20 from the field in 29 minutes, hitting 2 of his 5 3-point attempts to go along with 5 assists. It was an all-around effort yet again for the C's, with all 5 starters scoring in double digits. Perhaps the most surprising output came from Marcus Morris, as he received the start over Aaron Baines with the Nets playing one of the smaller front courts in the NBA. The Kansas product shot 8 of 12 from the field and went 2 of 3 from distance en route to a 21-point, 10-rebound performance in Brooklyn. Al Horford continued his excellent shooting stretch as well, as he shot 80% from the field and hit 1 of 2 threes to go along with 11 boards in the Celtics' victory. Listen up, Hoops fans. Basketball season is back, and now that your favorite hardwood heroes have returned to action, it's time for you to put your fantasy knowledge to the test to win huge cash prizes every night playing one-day fantasy basketball at DraftKings.com. At DraftKings, there are so many ways to play. You can choose from public contests with huge cash prizes or private contests where you can compete against your friends. They've even got beginner and casual contests where you'll play against people of similar skill level. And of course, the best part, you get to draft a brand new team each day. Huge cash prizes and bragging rights await only at DraftKings. Use code CLNS at DraftKings.com to play free with your first deposit for your share of $10,000 in total prizes tonight. Don't wait. Use code CLNS at DraftKings.com now to choose your lineup. That's code CLNS only at DraftKings.com. The game inside the game. Minimum $5 deposit is required. Eligibility restrictions apply. See DraftKings.com for details. The Celtics win streak is on the line in a big way tomorrow night, as the Western Conference leading Golden State Warriors will head into Boston for what looks to be one of the best early season matchups and what could end up being a preview for the NBA Finals in June. It is important to note, however, that the Warriors have their own 7-game win streak on the line here as well. After losing 2 of their first 3 games of the season, they've since gone 10-1, losing only at home to the Detroit Pistons over 2 weeks ago. The two head coaches have spent the last 24 hours praising each other, as Steve Kerr said the Celtics will be, quote, at the top of the Eastern Conference for a long time to come, end quote. Brad Stevens responded the only humble way he can, saying, quote, the future is hard to predict, and we've got to stay in the moment to become the best version of ourselves, end quote. I don't know about you guys, but I sure can't wait to see what all this trash talking produces tomorrow night. ... After missing their last game against Orlando on Monday night, Steph Curry is listed as probable for tomorrow's game. He's been bothered by a right thigh contusion suffered last Saturday against the Sixers. All Celtics are expected to suit up tomorrow night as well. Josue Pavon will have Tom Westerholm of Mass Live on the pregame show tomorrow morning, and you can stay with CLNS throughout the day for pre- and post-game coverage at youtube.com/CLNSmedia. Until next time, follow CLNS on Twitter at CLNSmedia, and subscribe to the Celtics newsfeed both on iTunes and Stitcher, as well as the CLNS Media Network mobile podcast app. This has been Connor Peterson for the Boston Celtics newsfeed.